People ought not be so frightened of ghosts. They are merely talking shadows, chattering away endlessly about their past affairs. He who wishes to peer into the abyss needs simply to wander through Krai on a misty night. The march of the wild hunt will be sure to drag him into the darkness.
Vambora. Deixa eu ver se ela carregando. Ai, vamos essa parada.
Do you think the others are making good progress? Huh. Hey, look! David, Flint's! Llama!
All is well, thank you. Nefer and Yehoda had to stay at the curatorium to wrap things up, so...
I ran into Miss Inefa and Miss Aino on the way back. Their work is still in progress.
You seem rather cheerful today, Mr.
I certainly am. I achieved what I set out to do and came away with more than I bargained for. Fighting alone can get quite tedious, but I had the good fortune to run into a pair of brave young warriors.
We meet again. How have you been?
Albedo! What are you doing here?
That would be a natural assumption to make.
These two courageously lent me a hand while I was fighting the wild hunt. When they told me that, and given how people of outstanding talent tend to cross...
So? Who's your travel buddy, Albedo?
Why don't you come and introduce yourself?
A gentleman of few words, I see. And a rather stern countenance. I presumed you were acquainted with him. Is that not the case?
It's nice to meet you. Again. We've technically met before.
Wait a sec! You're...
That's right. It's me. I'm glad...
By the way, he says it's okay if you drop the mini.
Yeah, I'm not as mini as I used to be.
Interesting, isn't it? The first step towards blending into human society appears to be reflecting on whether one's name...
Wow! You look... so different! In a good way, of course. It's great.
Thank you, Paimon. And although you're as mini as ever, I understand that diminutives don't always convey endearment. I'll be sure to simply call you Paimon as a sign of my...
Wow! You're such a smooth talker now. Paimon could get used to this. From now on, you may refer to her as your esteemed guide, Paimon.
Personally, I think our little Paimon is the perfect size. When people call her little Paimon, it's just because she's so adorable that they can't help themselves. If that...
You're absolutely right, Miss Lauma. My brother still has a long road ahead of him when it comes to understanding human relationships.
É verdade, eu tinha esquecido desse detalhe.
Anyway, speaking of long journeys...
She's been catching up with old friends. Uh-oh. People are talking about me. Hope it's nothing negative.
Judging from your expressions, I'm guessing it all went well?
It's getting crowded here. I'll go grab some...
No need. This is a job for an alchemist. I'll whip some up.
Thank you for your hospitality, ladies and gentlemen, but I was merely escorting my friends back. I'll be meeting Sandrone shortly, as we still have some things to discuss. It's been a pleasure, everyone. But this is where I'll say good...
We really appreciate your help.
Oh, come on. Spare the formalities. I'm just glad.
I understand.
Oh, this place is hopping. It's probably a good thing one of us left. Otherwise, we might not fit all these people in.
Are you saying we're about to run out of chairs?
As a matter of fact, I am. Come...
Épocas do lugares que eu prefiro. Ué.
I overheard your little chit-chat outside, by the way. With Miss Columbina's colleague gone, we should be back to the original crew plus the other colleagues. Though, it looks like we have another new face. Someone else managed to rope in a colleague, too?
Frankly, you and Paimon are the only people I know here.
This here is Deanslip, colleague of Tibet's greatest guide, Paimon, and greatest adventurer, the Traveler.
When someone else jumps in to do the announcing, you know you're speaking to someone important.
Let's hear what he has to say.
Note to self. Once Paimon knows your name, the rest of the world will soon follow.
When he comes looking for us, it's usually something important.
From the looks of it, you're about to hold a meeting. If I were to say that the Wild Hunt is our...
As the saying goes, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Mr. Dainsleif, there's a... Though, I can't promise the same for everyone else. Hey, Albedo, think you can
After all this time apart, Grandmaster Varka's first order is to rustle up a couple more chairs.
Is he being sarcastic?
Hey, he's your brother. Why are you asking us?
I've still got a lot to learn about the nuances of human conversation. Trying to decipher Albedo's way of speaking has been like jumping in.
Oh, good point. I'ma get you now. Don't sweat it. There are people who go their whole lives without getting the hang of it. You're ahead of the game up.
I wonder what's taking Nefer so long.
Perhaps you should go and check in with her. If anyone can hurry her along, it's...
I just got back from the curatorium. Besides, aren't you
Miss Nefer doesn't strike me as the type to share secrets. And since gathering intel is her specialty, under such circumstances, would it not be tactless for me to...
Oh, but it's fine for me to impose.
What can I say? You have an unrivaled ability to garner people's affection, Miss Moonchanter.
All right, then.
Impressive. She barely fought back at all. I admire your powers of persuasion, my friend.
As I'm sure Miss Lauma will realize soon enough, the trick in life is to always pitch in with other people's responsibilities so that you can be selective with your own.
Another trick is to simply hide in the background.
Spoken like a true sage.
Anyway, looks like we've got some time to kill before the meeting. Let's take a little breathe and feel free to chat amongst yourselves. We'll get down to...
Oh yeah.
You're both awfully quiet. Why don't I start...
Much obliged.
Have either of you ever had your portrait painted? If not, I'd be...
That sounds like a lovely idea.
I dabble occasionally.
He's an excellent painter. Tables, chairs, people...
I'm flattered.
If I ever get the chance, I'd like to give it...
I'll bear that in mind. Anyway, how about you, Durin?
Oh, I'd be fine. Whatever style feels best.
Very well. Then...
You can replicate any style I want?
I can try. If you show me a sample, I'll do...
Thank you. In that case...
Is there something you'd like to...
Yeah! For starters...
If you think back to our previous interactions...
You do have a point there. Oh yeah! You'll need to find somewhere to stay the night too, right? Wanna...
Sure. Let's do that.
Great! Paimon will handle... And in return, we can get Dainsleif to be our very own personal bodyguard.
If that's what you had in mind, you should have said so sooner.
Oh, okay then. Paimon was out... Anyway, since we're all here together...
Indeed.
Truth be told, I can't remember the last time I was in a meeting with so many people.
You're not alone there, my friend. The Lightkeepers also struggle to bring everyone together.
I don't doubt that. I've only ever met two Ratniki, one being you.
Itlua's a good apple. I'll give him that. He's kind, honest, and regularly delivers supplies to my lighthouse.
So you're what? A fake Ratnik? That's what it sounds like you're saying. Come on, why the awkward...
Sorry. I'm not even gonna bother Now, that was an awkward sign.
Let's just keep this between ourselves. Probably best if you...
That goes without saying. Gotta be careful what you share with youngsters, after all.
Anyone else in the know? Let me guess. The Traveler and Paimon?
It's dangerous being too sharp for...
Then, in the name of the Animo Archon Barbados himself,
When we went for drinks, you said that you and Barbados were practically best buds. In the light of that claim, do you really...
Of course! Just as long as you don't go spreading around the fact that I'm close with Barbados, all right?
Fair enough, then. Nothing like a bit of mutual...
Ah, Miss Nefer. You made it after all. But what about Yehoda?
I'm here to give you an update on how things are going on our end. Once this is over, I'll be heading straight back to continue my work. I left you.
Huh. So much for just this once.
Shh! Not so loud! We're on a roll here.
Did you say something, Mr. Vark?
Huh? I didn't say anything. Right, Flints?
Must have been a frog. They get so noisy around here at night.
Anyway, before we begin, there's a few introductions to make. First up, we have Miss Lauma. As Moon Chanter, she's the leader of the Frost Moon Scions, a local religious community in Nodkrai. Nefer is leading the investigation into Rerer's background, assisted by Yehoda and Lauma. From the little I've heard, over here, we have Mr. Flints, a ratnik and guardian of the abandoned lighthouse. In our last operation, for those of you who've never met, this is Mr. Albedo, a renowned alchemist and captain of the Knights of Favonius investigation team. By his side is a new face for us. Next up, we have the Moon Maiden and former Fatui Harbinger, Miss Columbina. Then we have the Traveler, who's earned more titles than I could possibly hope to list out, so I'll spare you the rundown. And Paimon, the ultimate travel companion.
Whoa! That's a lot of people!
Miss Nefer, it looks like you might have another job coming your way. So, congratulations.
You think I haven't got enough on my hands as it is?
That would be me, Miss Nefer. I have a commission for you.
And you are?
Who I am doesn't matter right now. What does matter is that I'd like you to...
Well, it's not as if we never take on anonymous commissions. But in your case, I'll have to decline. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say your job's probably more
Se ele não
hassle
contar
than
alguma
it's
hora, ela
worth.
percebe que ele é o dente.
Something about you seems like bad news.
It's my eyes, isn't...
Conrian, I assume. And what's with the mask? Are you trying to hide your identity? In any case, the fact that you're even still alive raises...
My name is Dainsleif. And yes, I am from Conria. As I'm sure you...
Really? Then you must have been quite an...
You flatter me, but none of that matters anymore. My point was simply to clarify why I...
So you're both from Conria, and it sounds like you used to be friends? What am I missing here?
I'll tell you everything I know. The history of Conria, the names and identities of the five sinners. I have never spoken openly of this before. But the truth was exactly as people say. The five sinners were each driven by their own desires, and it was by the visionary, Vedafinir, who wished to foretell the future, the wise, Haroptatir, who sought limitless knowledge, Gold, Rhindaughter, who desired to create life, the foul, Sertologi, who pursued supreme strength. And last, but not least, of the five, Rerir is the only one who remains a mystery to me. He never harbored grand ambitions. So what changed in the space?
In other words, you're saying that his change came as a shock to you?
That's right.
You mentioned how the Abyss tempted them, which led to their fall. But what did that look like in practice? And what other context can you give me about the events of that time?
Strangely, now that it comes to it, the fateful night took place during the era of the Eclipse Dynasty. One day, my elder brother, the visionary, Vedafenir, was summoned to the palace by the Vinster King. When I came to hear of this, every ally I thought I had, and together, we set a night to storm the palace. Centuries on, the memories of that night still haunt me, like a never-ending nightmare. But then, I was betrayed. Even Vedafenir.
So, it's personal after all. Then tell me, Mr. Dainsleif, what price are you willing to pay?
I cannot say what price would be worthy of such a commission. But know this. Rerir was not always a madman. Believe it or not, uncovering the truth of Rerir's past is the only way to unravel this mystery. But before you decide if you will accept my commission, I will
Sounds pretty good to me. Feels like we just flagged down a random passerby, only to discover he's actually a master strategist who has a score to settle with our enemy.
Can I borrow your halo? It could be useful in the lighthouse.
Hey, enough with the wisecracks! Besides, isn't it—
Relax. It was meant to be a compliment.
I'll give your proposal some serious thought, Mr. Dainsleif. Let's speak in private.
Before that, there's a few things I'd like to share.
Now that we've united the hearts of the three moons, your power should be greatly enhanced.
I believe you've done so much for me, so I want to be completely honest with you all. Even though from the moment I was born, my power has been slowly ebbing away. And that is because Tevat has never accepted me. Even with the moons united as one, it seems so far, I have yet to find a solution. It may turn out to be a problem that will— Even so, I will do everything in my power to help you drive out the Reihir of Solnari. As Arlecchino put it, this is not about
Kutar.
Defeating the Reihir of Solnari will be no easy task. While my strength slowly recovers.
Naturally. We should take all the help we can get if we hope to—
We've considered several viable plans now, but our choice hinges on the answers to a few key questions. Is it even possible to kill Rerir? What experiences shaped the person or monster he became? And what's he— Given Albedo's expertise in alchemy, I think we should leave him to try and answer the first of these questions.
Understood.
As for the other two, I'm afraid we'll have to count on you again, Miss Nefer. Believe me when I say—
So you're placing all your hopes on—
We can't thank you enough for agreeing to help us. Honestly,
You sure have a talent for changing your tune, Miss Moonchanter. Timid like Yehoda one moment, then flinches insincere
Ladies, please. I must object to your portrayal of me. That's all. Feel free to keep bickering. Just—
I almost don't want to leave this room. I'm curious to see how this plays out.
I have faith in you, Miss Nefer. Something—
Oh? And what makes you so sure of that?
This isn't about the money. I can sense that you've got a deep-seated distaste for Rerir.
Look at them getting along so well.
And I'm the one they accuse of insincere flattery. There is no justice.
Miss Lauma, you have to understand something.
Is that right? Well, maybe the fact—
Anyway, we've got our plan, so Mr. Dainsleif, let's talk. And Traveler, once we're finished—
This whole experience is teaching me a lot. For instance, I now know that when other issues come up in the future, I'll have far more luck getting—
Hate to say it, friend, but that's what—
Why? You think I've got it wrong?
Quite the opposite. But what makes it—
Esse aqui é novo, né?
Thank you for waiting.
It's okay. We actually used the time to help.
That's very considerate of you. Now, I trust you share my curiosity about Rarier's past. We spoke at some length after the meeting. He was the one.
Dane has a lot of faith in us, that's for sure.
Likewise. I appreciate that you got right on board without interrogating me about why I invited.
That's because we know what you're capable of. We appreciate you too, Nefer.
That's one way to put it. Another is this, that once a decision's been made... Alright, so here's how it is. I'm going to access Rarier's thoughts again using my confidential method. The reason I've gathered you all here is to ensure... Think of this as a diving expedition into someone's brain. If I'm the diver, you are my safety equipment, tasked with keeping me alive while I'm under... Once the ceremony begins, we will all be spying on privileged information. But in the interests of... Lastly, any individuals of a weaker constitution are advised not to partake in the ceremony.
Well, good luck, everyone. Sounds like all Paimon can do is...
There's a little more to it than that. I was being serious when I said you have a job to do. While the rest of us are inside Rarier's mind, it's in the event that something goes wrong, you will be our first responder. I don't
I second that.
Eu acho que eu
This
só tô
is
jogando
a
pra mim pra fora pra
dangerous
não fazer
operation
cagar.
here, and you're our...
So, Paimon's like... the life...
Good. Please, take a...
So, did Mr. Dainsliff tell you anything else?
He told me that he believes Rarier kept some big secrets in his life. He's not...
But surely you're not planning to go through with this, no matter the...
If you think that, you'd be overestimating me. But I do have my own professional reasons for taking this job. You think I'd turn down the opportunity to get a first...
Well, as long as you don't let morbid curiosity get in the way...
You're such a killjoy.
All right, I'm good to...
All set over here, too.
Promise, Paimon, you'll be extra careful.
All right. Let your whole body relax. Close your eyes.
Vambora, isso aqui é legal.
Phew. Could this be his office? Pretty standard setup. Bookshelves, paperwork. According to Dainsliff, Rarier used to be an intelligence operative. Chances are there's plenty of time. Is this where you keep your secrets, Rarier? Can't s-
Ah, agora tem um...
Wonder what kind of encryption technique this is. Aha.
Please, hear me out. I can't shake this feeling that someone's been spying on our house. I saw someone dressed in all black. It was a couple of days back, but that was on...
There's a note in the margin. Surveillance of the Runfarther residence has concluded. Could the voice in the recording belong to one of Rarir's targets?
Essa arma só serve nela mesmo. Você tá usando a lama, mas tem que ser florescimento lunar.
A file tucked inside a folder. The title reads, It's... But at this stage, I have no idea. Bookshelves full of documents. Looks like these are all files. Packed. The Crimson Moon dynasty preceded the eclipse. Since Rarir worked as a secret agent during the latter, it stands to reason that he was tasked with purging. Yep. Lines up exact. A box containing a ring. Must be for his girlfriend. He looks even gloomier than last time. I wonder...
Today's files are in. Time to wade through. Male, 51. Occupation, cook. Confirmed, neutralized. This one should be archived under purged.
Nada pra mexer.
Female, 23. Occupation, office clerk. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has maintained frequent contact with other descendants over the... Neutralized. Another one for purged targets. Sounds like she was that other man's daughter. Never mind. Male, 40. Occupation, teacher. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has been observed making contact with other descendants during the... Neutralized on... Just another nobody for the archive. Come to think of it, I remember surveilling this man. A case like his never would have been considered a priority in the past.
Uma criança. A outra ali.
Female, 16. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has been observed making contact with other descendants to... Neutralized on... Filed. I have no recollection of this girl. None. What? Female, 13. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has been observed to make... Neutralized and... Filed. Male, 11. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has not been neutralized and... Male, 6. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. 'Cause... 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 'Cause...
It's funny, isn't it? Your job is becoming both harder and easier at the same time, depending on how you look at it. Sooner or later, the Crimson Moon descendants will be completely wiped out. But as their numbers dwindle, they become harder and harder to track down.
That's not how it is.
Fortunately, however, most of the able-bodied adults have already been taken care of. The remaining weaklings will be increasingly easy to deal with.
No! Bagulho da Arlequina.
No. My job is to ensure the survival of the Eclipse Dynasty. And the only way to do that is by eliminating any and all potential threats. It's a perfectly legitimate line of work. Every single one of my colleagues can attest to my fairness. And if my friends were aware of the facts, I know they'd back me up too. Assuming, of course, that they were aware of all the facts. Mr. Vedifalnir? It's been quite some time since we...
Rerir, I trust you're here because you have something important.
Forgive me. I wasn't tuning out, it's just, tell me. Does someone in your position ever feel the need to ask?
It is indeed within my power to foresee certain things.
I was just thinking. It won't be long before I'll be inviting both you and Dane to my wedding.
That isn't a lie, but nor is it a fact as such.
No.
Ever since that day we met for drinks, I knew it was only a matter of time before you came looking for me.
Does it feel good?
I'm afraid the notions of good and bad fail to capture the complexity of what such a power entails. Once you've seen what will come to pass, you fear my silence, and long to hear the words I left unspoken that day.
That's right.
You must have noticed my reluctance to broach the subject, and the reason is simple. The burden of prophecy was never meant for your shoulders.
So who exactly do you deem worthy to hear your prophecies?
Or rather, our king as he wants...
You're closer to his majesty than I am. You must know better than any...
You say that as though it is to my benefit. Yet precisely because of that, I dare not speak rashly. A king can turn out to be the most...
You are so wise and far-sighted, yet still you...
You make a fair point. Especially given my silence alone. Very well then. Let me offer you some advice. And I say this not as a prophet or a visionary, but simply as the brother of your friend. For many reasons, there is very little chance of your marriage ending in happiness. If happiness is...
Caralho.
Hold on. There's that same black fog again. Could this memory belong to Thelindis? Guess I...
Wait. Hear me out. This time we finally got a clear look at his face. His name is Rerir, and he claims to be one of...
What did you say?
A cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're set to marry leads a double life.
Why are you telling me?
Simple. It's because I want you to kill him.
No, absolutely not. I would never dream of doing such a
So you'll just stand by and watch him slaughter us to the last? Do not forget that the blood of the Crimson Moon flows in you.
The blood of the Crimson Moon? What does that matter now? You think that alone is reason enough for me to throw away everything I...
Why wouldn't it be? You two were once a child of the Crimson Moon, just like me. Don't tell me you've never felt so much...
As long as you promise to abandon this pipe dream of restoring your dynasty, I can try to persuade him.
Persuade the Vinster King? Do you even know why he's so obsessed with hunting us down? Why he keeps trying to force us to hand over the Vinster King? A blind fool. His eyes clouded by powers from beyond this world. A petty little man with a miser's heart. And he dares to sit... If you can't bring yourself to do it, so be it. Just you...
The Reir of Sol... That really is quite a secret you've been keeping from me, Rerir. But who am I to talk? Am I really any better? I've kept... Love should be built on honesty. But ours was... Is it really so wrong to hide things that would only make life harder? If we don't cover up the parts that no one else should see, Vedifulnir must have known all this. And that's why he made his prophecy. But I won't just sit by and watch this disaster unfold. I'll do everything, no matter who I have to face.
Was that Rerir who just walked past the window? Doesn't it give you the chills that he still takes the same road to work every day? As if nothing ever happened.
Those people at the deli.
Enough already. They're clearly pretty taken by their own disguises, so just smile and play along. Pull the rug from under beasts like that, and you'll risk having your throat torn out.
Deli? Oh. They're talking about those people from the opposition. Right. I'd almost forgotten they used to run it.
But surely you can see he's not the man he pretends to be! So many have... We're not going to survive this, are we? But, Felindis, are you even listening?
Sorry, Freether. My mind was off wandering. I heard you, though. You're talking about what Rerir said. He's just following the king's orders. He's a secret agent, and it's his job.
By the time you first met him, he'd already taken lives. Maybe he was using you.
No. Rerir has no idea I have anything to do with the Crimson Moon. My family are only distant relatives of the main lineage, and truth be told, apart from my teacher, pretty much no one knows I have any connection to any of it. It's been...
But as Orlok said, who could possibly talk sense into that raving lunatic of a king? No one.
I'll work something out. Trust me, I'm with you all. But for now, you need to keep yourself... Don't forget that Rerir is an Eclipse operative. You need to be extra careful when he's a... For now, don't come looking for me. And if anything happens to me, just...
If even you can't escape this, what hope do the rest of us have? But after all this time together...
I won't speak in his defense. Nor can I give you a clear answer to that question. But I'll do... Here. Hold on to this. If an opportunity to escape presents itself...
You call that chained?
I've got a job, and there's still money coming in. But you can't go anywhere right now. Please think about yourself for once.
Quando fiz o ato 1 ontem, eu tava achando que ela ia trair ele, eu tava desconfiando, mas não sei. Talvez o rei matou ela. Ou o Surtalog, que ele mencionou o Surtalog lá no bagulho, na quest. No ato 2, eu acho que foi quando ele apareceu.
Another day, another round of assassination training. Training ground is just beyond this hidden passageway.
When you kill a person, doesn't it bother you when you end up covered in their blood?
Why would it? Aren't we all just walking blood bags?
But not everyone is accustomed to hunting down others like prey. You've been a hunter for so long now, you seem to have forgotten that most people don't just go around killing one another.
Leave me alone. Make sure you have a firm grip on the handle. Then choose your angle well. Keep your movements light and brisk. And the prey won't sense a thing.
I'll bet no one ever died of quiet death in your hand.
I work clean. No traces.
was bored though. The key just happens to making right now. What
That won't happen.
You've changed ever since you found the spell of that power. It was different. You had you take out a handful of the gates.
The ones I've dealt with have always been guilty. And I've carried out my work flawlessly.
It all adds up. No more lies.
The Lindis, do you still remember
Orlog?
the boy who was pretending to sell flowers?
Yes, what about it?
He was arrested 2 days ago. I just don't get it! After everything he's done, why? Or does it mean nothing to you that people keep dying?
No, that's not... Just hear me out.
I need to go now, the Lindis. They're looking for... If you ever need a place to hide.
Author, the Lindis. Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interference for a total of 47 hours for experimental. All subjects of observation that were sent inside have now... No progress whatsoever. What now? Things are getting worse by the day. I have to find a way or we'll all be in danger, but if all this research comes to nothing, what then? Sooner or later, it'll be my neck on the line. But could he really bring himself to kill me? No. Surely he would.
Ela podia ir mais rápido, né? Essa corridinha dela.
Can't hide the truth. Why won't you just let us go? We don't even know each other. All we want is to live ordinary,
Será que as
peaceful
memórias tá
lives.
aparecendo que eles estão fundidos ou alguma coisa
You want to live?
Yes. I just want to go on living. Is that really such an unforgivable crime?
You want to go on living. I want to keep living too. To keep living forever. That's why I have no choice but to continue on the path I'm on. If only some savior would suddenly swoop down and change the way the world is.
Cada dia mais o nosso irmão fica mais cuzão, velho. O gêmeo do abismo.
Imagine that. If there really were such a person, you and I wouldn't be standing here like this, would we?
Para o Salvador deu tudo errado, ele abandonou, caiu. Daí viajei.
So these files are in. Time to wade through them just like... No, I don't get tired of it. It's my job. And not only am I lucky to have it, I'm good at it too. Lindis? No.
Ele matou sem perceber?
Why? But you bear no mark. How could you possibly have anything to do with... A diluted bloodline. What a fool I've been. Numbing myself with talk of justice. Erminsul.
Finster King! How far are you going to take this? Today it's the descendants of the Crimson Moon. Who will it be tomorrow? Will you... No. This cannot go on.
Ele já matou ou vai matar? Ele já matou, né?
You're really letting me...
I am. As long as you can guarantee that no one...
Don't worry, I'll be extra careful. No one will know I... But... If you let me go, you won't be able to complete...
Good point.
No, please! I just... want to see...
Go on living?
Yes. I know you're a man of your...
If I let you leave, what will become of me? Just kidding. But remember, don't let anyone know you were caught. We'll be seeing each other again very soon if you do.
Even shadows in the dark must live by a code. But you can't save everyone.
You've been whispering in my ear for days now, Vedifalnir. What are you trying to do? Break me down?
I only say this because you long for an answer to your problems. Let her go, Rerir, or you risk losing everything.
I will not abandon Thelindis.
Then you'll need a little more vigilance and a lot more power. The world is changing, Rerir. Keep your eyes peeled for your moment of opportunity.
That voice used to be so unclear. But now I know he won't tell me how to actually resolve any of this, but he keeps trying to manipulate me like a puppet. What? Tell me then. What will this moment of opportunity look like? And no answer. He's like a ghost.
So, the Eclipse Dynasty was purging, well, massacring the descendants of the Crimson Moon. And it's the king's obsession with abyssal power left the future of Khaenri'ah hanging in the balance. No wonder every aspect of Rerir's life was... And it looks like this Thelindis, Rerir's would-be fiancé, it almost defies belief that a couple like them could hide the truth from each other for so long. If the Vinster King hadn't intervened in such a drastic... And why does Vedifalnir, Dainsleif's older brother, keep talking in Rerir's head? The human mind is like a vast desert of shifting sands. When you follow the flow of someone's memory, time for something a bit more... We've been inside Rerir's mind this whole time, building up a pic... There's already enough clues on the board to start reading between the lines and mapping out the rest. Now, we can finally begin to put the pieces together. Sure, it'll only be a reconstruction. Once we've built up a cognitive profile, we just need to cross-check the logic behind his actions. And then we'll be able to take a sneak peek at whatever it is that Rerir...
O quê? Tem. Tem um Matheus de óculos lá.
Rerir, are you there?
Como é? Como é que passou onde?
Lá no sacolão.
Quem ela é?
A morena, que eu vou sentir.
Eu não sei se é que trabalha comigo.
Hã? Mudou, né?
15.
Ela falou que mudou,
Acho que é uma gordinha?
É, mas não magra não.
Do 12 eu não conheço não, só trabalhei um dia lá no 12. Conversa faz com ponto de ação. Quando os pontos de ação são usados, você terá retornado ao ponto de salvamento anterior. Quando uma peça se move a um quadro com essa marca, você ganhará um número correspondente de pontos de ação. Esse quadro também se tornará ponto de salvamento na recente. Tá, tem que coletar todos então. O que faz, né?
Hey, Rerir! Dane? What's wrong?
Quick, come with me. I'll explain everything once we've met up.
Okay. I'll come. But the Lindis is still...
All right then, but make it quick.
I've never seen Dane so worked up before. Whatever this is...
Use quadros geralmente para ver peças de gerações marcadas. Mover dessa forma não consome pontos de ação. Vai pra frente. Ah, tô com isso cagada. Tá uma merda de mover a peça já. Vai ter que ir pra cima? É, pra cima. Aqui pra baixo, aqui pra... Se for que eu consegui.
Well, this is a nice change, meeting you all at this hour. When men and women of ambition can speak face to face in broad daylight, I say that's a big step forward.
Don't be ridiculous. We do not fear the day. Why would we seek refuge in the night?
You might ask your blade that same question. I'm told the word on the street is that Sertologi only strikes when he has an unfair advantage. But that is patently false. I see you're missing an arm and a leg.
If this is your way of offering me replacement limbs, believe me.
Oh, we can certainly discuss that. With bioalchemy, anything is possible. Assuming I have you...
Lunatic. Robtatir. What brings you here?
Why, Dainsleif, of course. He invited me. Please, cast aside your apprehensions, Miss Rhindaughter. Whatever the rumors may say, I am but a humble servant of the king. And I can assure you he affords me no greater convenience than he does you.
Well, the Universitas Magistrorum won't stop fawning over you. So at least some of the rumors must be true. You're clearly doing well for yourself. So drop the humble servant. You're president of the Universitas Magistrorum, the chief royal mage known as the Wise by royal appointment, and by far the most favored among the 4 pillars of Conria. Vice President Veit doesn't even try to hide his envy when he sees...
My success is the product of hard work and good luck. It's as simple as that. Were the king not such an extremist, I hardly think I would have received a senior post at my age. Of course, no job is without its gripes. Serving a king like ours can be a challenging task, as I'm sure you can imagine. And as for Efterveit, In missing out on the presidency, he's dodged a mountain of stress. Like everything.
You're all here. I apologize for the short notice, but it was an emergency.
You must be Rerir.
Mr. Sertologi. Yes, I handled your case file during your sentencing.
You're clearly a person of substance if you've been invited here. But Dainsleif, you'd better have a very good reason for convening this.
It's my brother, Vedalfenir. After he spoke at the court this morning, the king was so infuriated by his words that he had him blinded in
Vedalfenir in prison? Strange. I thought that... Does this mean the king's circle of trust just...
It has nothing to do with trust. It's about what the king wants, which is as clear as day. I simply appease him, because it's in the best interests of the universe.
And also because you're slimy. Vedalfenir, perhaps less so. But still, a visionless visionary?
Do you honestly think this is an important discussion to be having?
Dane, what do you plan?
Rescue Vedalfenir, I assume.
Correct. It will mean storming the palace by force.
That's far too dangerous. And don't forget, Dainsleif, you're captain of the Royal Guard.
You've been planning this for a while, haven't you?
I have no desire to commit treason. But whatever critique the king may have of Vedalfenir, disfiguring your most loyal subject for putting the best interests of his court and nation first, this is not the conduct. My blade will force the king to see the error of his way.
So, Vedalfenir's prophecy enraged the king. I'm sure it wasn't what he wanted to hear, but if he won't take counsel even from the visionary, that is deeply true. The extent of His Majesty's madness is now all too clear. The question is, how does you have noble ambitions, Dane? But I'm afraid they don't do much for a guy like me. I'm not interested in saving the world. Well,
a letter of pardon? For the chances of the Vinster King issuing a pardon for anyone connected to the Crimson Moon. This black fog over the board must have some connection to Thelindis. But why is it taking another mystery I'll need to unravel?
Proposto de pontos de ação marcado para derrotar peças do seu oponente. Sua peça só atacarão quando tiverem mais pontos de ação que o necessário para derrotar a peça do oponente. Aqui no caso eu consigo derrotar. Primeiro. Cagado. Calma. Eu morri porque não ia dar, né? Aqui não ia dar. Aqui eu morro também. Toma.
Arthur Thelindis.
Calma.
Over the course of this week, the research dating back to the Crimson Moon Dynasty has established 2 points regarding moon marrow. Firstly, its origins have something to do with a god's power. Secondly, it serves as a portal to an as-yet indeterminate location. However, there are a number of hurdles to overcome before we can answer the question of where it leads to. To start with, opening the gate with an enormous amount of power is then required to keep the gate open. Currently, the total power output of our instruments remains in this. To make matters worse, I am now the only staff member remaining in the Moon Marrow Lab. The Universitas Magistrorum recently decided to move most of its personnel into abyssal energy research, which has stymied all Crimson. This is not a wise move. I have always maintained that placing all our hopes in a single source of power is risky, especially one as poorly understood as this, as well as making ourselves overly reliant on a single resource. I apologize if this comes across as disrespectful. But as a Moon Marrow researcher, if we really made it there one day, what would we find? And how would we go about taming the unknown?
É foda, né? Eu errei o botão. É embaixo. Posso matar os dois.
This is for you. I heard you're gonna leave the city with
the Lindis.
I've heard nothing. Rerir got back very late last Friday, and he was acting a little unusual, but he slept pretty well, so... You never saw him, and I don't know what he did. And this conversation...
What if he finds out that you pried into his secret?
Don't be silly. I don't know what secrets he does or doesn't have. All I know is he's just...
Are you scared of him?
I don't know. The Rerir I know doesn't match the person you all describe. Logically, I should be scared of him. And yet... But enough about that. You should get going, and be careful with the package I gave you.
What's in it?
A piece of the moon. All you need to know is that as long as you keep it safe, then in the future...
A red moon?
That's right. Our moon. Promise.
I promise, the Lindis.
The Crimson Moon bloodline will never die out. Its light, the color of blood, will become no matter how long it takes.
Bora. Alright. Aqui, por trás aqui. Eu não mato nem 6. Eu não mato nenhum, Jesus.
Hurry, everyone, and stick to the plan.
Sir Dainsleif, what are you? Is this treason? You know what happens to those who betray the throne.
It is the king himself who has betrayed the throne. He has betrayed...
If you have any love left for justice in your heart, you should join me.
It's showtime. Dane and his group will handle the troops in the palace. Then hop to my job is to enter the prison and rescue Vediful. Stay safe. Wish me luck.
Look after my brother. Draw your blade. It is...
And the smell is abominable. Found you. Hello, Mr. Vedifulnir.
It's you.
Surprised? Oh, wait.
I certainly felt some surprise in the moment when I was blinded. Surprise at the king's sheer ignorance.
I'm curious. What did you prophesy?
It wasn't a prophecy. It was... The king has forsaken all reason in pursuit of his obsessions. I simply told...
But he didn't listen. Worse still, he stabbed you in both. Dane asked for my help. The court is in complete chaos.
Everything is transpiring as I foresaw. Yet I am powerless to change it. Fate. I do wonder whether giving a man the power to see the future...
Forgive my curtness, Vedifulnir, but the king did not suddenly turn on you today. His suspicion... You can't have wisdom beyond the reach of your fellow man without attracting his fear and suspicion. There are things the king does not want to see. So, he doesn't want you having visions of them either. He blinded you because he thought this would...
He wasn't entirely wrong. I did indeed lose my power to see...
Until what?
Just now.
Well, tonight could go a lot of different ways. 5 of us banded together to storm the palace, also we could rescue you.
I sense hatred in you. But also hope. A desperate hope that with the tyrant deposed, that will be the end. But this is not the end. It is the... There are many men of honor and courage in this world, Rerir. But you are not one of them. Is that a dagger? Interesting. Why not the polearm?
With your abilities, I don't doubt that you were able to recover some of your sight. But I also doubt that you want to make an enemy of me right now.
Of course not.
We could be. But I need you to be honest with me.
You mean your future?
Yes. And I know there are bigger things at stake here. A dynasty, a nation, maybe the entire world. I can't abandon the one I love to save myself. I just can't do it.
But you see a broader picture of the future than I. You see the solutions to the biggest...
In matters of fate, answers are either right or wrong. What will be, and what will not. Maybe you are willing to pay a certain price in the pursuit of happiness, but unfortunately, fate. That is the cruelest thing about fate.
That can't... I know it's your voice that I keep hearing in my head, urging me to see how the world is changing, to seek... You show me disaster, but you won't show me how to avoid it? Why?
My voice. So, you hear it too? The voice that steals. It turns out that we are not...
Vedifilnir just broke into the strangest smile I've ever seen in my life. As if he'd discovered some...
Very well then. My advice to you is as follows. You must persevere. Whatever... For as long as you live, your story with Thelindis shall not come to an end. It is up to you whether you believe my words. Regardless...
I will hold you to your...
Thank you for setting me free. In return...
Just then, a strange wave of energy rippled through the city.
If I were you, I would head to the Universitas...
The Universitas?
I'm sure we'll be seeing each other again.
Whatever Vedifilnir said, I didn't catch it. I didn't even help him out of the prison. There was no...
Ô, bấu.
Monsters? Is this Rheindarter's doing? Or the Universitas Magistrorum? Out of my way!
Close your eyes.
The Universitas. Allegedly, the king installed secret mechanisms in the palace and around the city. But if they were ever gonna activate...
Help! Help!
Hold on! Don't let them anywhere near you!
Save me! I can't!
That sounded like an explosion. What other means does the king have at his disposal? They must run. And given it's a major center of abyss research, anyone over at the Universitas will be in...
Insulation chamber. Absorption test. Animal hypos... Water bomb.
No more lies.
The mystery unravels.
Ultimatum protocol.
Look, a rainbow! Do you want...
Can't hide the truth.
Beware the creatures of the night.
Stand clear. Flash attack!
It all adds up.
Monsters at the Universitas Magistrorum? Why now?
Oi, mãe.
Oh no, they're coming. It's It's no use. The table won't hold out much longer. Of course. All the lab equipment was upgraded after the inspection last week. I'm done for. Is anyone there? Ah! Stay back!
Ué. Tá tocando o tema do filme do Revere.
Reverie. So the rumors about your work are true.
What? No! Listen, something happened at the palace tonight. We have to leave!
You don't need to lie to me anymore.
What do you mean?
I know why you're worried, and I will respect the decision you've made. But it's okay, because I found a solution. I know how to end all this. You can have it back. The normal life you so desire. But until then, I'm afraid our wedding will have to wait.
Felindis? No, don't do it! Felindis! Felindis!
I told you, Reverie. Let her go. You will find someone better.
No! No, I won't do it! I have to save her!
By what means exactly? A lowly pawn. You lack the power and the strength of will.
Do you know a way? Tell me!
Come to the palace. Join us.
Reverie, thank goodness we...
Step forth and take your share.
You made it.
Not you too.
Hatred of belief, despair, desire. We all have our own.
Reverie.
Felindis?
Were you daydreaming? You still remember, Reverie? That question you asked me a couple of weeks ago?
Oh. You mean the proposal?
Yeah. I'm wondering, where do you think would be a good place to discuss it? Maybe in the garden? Or were you thinking a fancy restaurant?
It's your choice.
Voltou então. Só que ele voltou no canto. Aí tenta de novo, mas não consegue.
Find you. And then, you can give me your answer.
Caralho.
So that's how the Rakers... A monster created by circumstances. Viewing other people's thoughts for too long can get uncomfortable. In a nutshell, the story of Conria is what happens when the truth falls by the wayside. Everyone tells little white lies, and before long, you... His past is filled with sorrow, but the tale of any fallen civilization is one of endless tragedy. Everyone, I'm back.
Never! How are you holding up? Feeling okay? She's fine. Boss is a pro.
Yes, I'm fine. You will have seen the events of Rarir's life through my thoughts. It's now clear that he is just a regular nobody, driven by personal tragedy, as he said himself.
I mostly agree. There's only so much we can know about him from his memories alone. But, however, I would not consider Rarir to be a nobody. He was deeply involved in the events of that era.
Sounds to me like you're speaking in riddles again. Is this you urging me not—
That's not what I meant. Although I do hope you choose to remain a part of the plan. Without you—
Then try to remember that I respond better to the carrot than the stick. And I don't appreciate being bossed around. Now, as for you, Missy, you were excellent. You stuck to the rules of the ceremony.
Cool! So, can you fill me in on the deets now?
Patience. You'll hear the whole story, don't you worry. But let's meet up with the others first. Yehoda?
Yes, boss! Let me get that door for—
That's more like it. For a moment there, I was worried you'd forgotten about—
Forgive my curiosity, but what does the first clause say?
It says I gotta do the annoying stuff that boss is too lazy to do for herself. Like opening—
Is that right?
If something is in the contract, it's because she willingly agreed to it. Rest assured that the Curatorium abides by the very strictest of labor policies. In any case, I've hardly shied away from my share of the work today. Hope I don't catch Flintz and Varka lounging about in their chairs, enjoying a leisurely cup of— There's nothing I dislike more than other people enjoying themselves while— Oh no.
Ué.
Sorry to disturb you, but we seem to have run into some trouble.
Evidently so. Don't worry, I'm not about to leave you to fend for yourselves. I'm not that kind of boss.
I'm sorry. What did you hear me say? I wasn't talking about—
Wait. How long have I been—
Not long. You just appeared by the door a moment ago. Boss, what's wrong? You look like—
We've been tricked. We never left at all. Somehow I hallucinated that whole scene.
Hallucinated?
How indeed. This place should heed my will alone. All thoughts and actions that occur in here are just a result of pawns moving across the chessboard.
So you control everything in here?
More or less. But yes.
Has anything like this ever happened before?
Only once. It was the first time I used—
Is there any similarity between what happened then and what—
I suppose my thoughts are a little turbulent.
Is there anything I can do?
The first clause of your contract clearly states that I only need your...
Meaning, you're not feeling lazy?
Meaning, this is not something Yehuda can help with. The chess set is a personal treasure that I alone understand. I must be the one...
Boss, it's fine. Really.
Oh, listen to you.
What?
Yes, really. Where would I ever find another employee as obedient and servile as...
Well, anyway, I was thinking of... I suggest everyone finds someplace... Even though all this chess malarkey doesn't exist, you don't want to dismiss mental fatigue. Just because it isn't physical...
Don't I have the best employees?
If we can find a suitable time, I'd love to borrow Yehuda for a day to help out at the frost...
Oh, Lama. Have I ever told you just how pretty you are? Time to rally, everyone. Follow me. As we continue our journey, the same rules will apply. That means stay focused, and you have my word that I will get us all... Looks familiar. That's not a good sign. There's someone up ahead.
I wasn't expecting visitors.
Oh.
There you are. Sinue's been looking for you all.
Oh, yeah? What were you doing just now, Uncle Retinue? Hiding away some more loose change?
What do you mean, loose change? Oh, come on, I'm too...
Hey, kid. Mind telling me what Sinuhe's been up to recently? I'm trying to
Get in his good books? Why?
I've written a new song. I was hoping to showcase it at the next festival.
A new song, huh? I'd love to stay and listen, but unfortunately, Uncle Ret...
Well, there's plenty of time and I'm not going anywhere. See that pile of stones? I'll be sitting there warming up my vocal cord.
Pile of stones. Got it. Hi, Dad. Uncle Retinue said you were looking for...
Ah, there's my little princess. If you'd gotten back just a little sooner, you could have...
Spoils of war? Who were you fighting against, Dad?
It was just a figure of... I was talking about our war against thirst. I went out to fix our water supply problem, and now I'm back.
We have a well again.
That's right. I found a new one and brought back as much...
If it wasn't for these blasted sandstorms, our wells wouldn't be caving in.
As the chief of our tribe, I'm supposed to be leading us out of hardship and poverty. You know how prosperous our ancestors were. I've told you all the stories, but things are looking up.
So you're the Academia's helper now?
Special ambassador, they call it. Think of it as a partnership. It's nothing bad, okay? We've been isolated here in the desert for too long.
So, do you get anything good out of being a special?
Of course. My luck's improving all the time.
That's our well, and you know it! Did you really think you could take our water without permission and get away with it? You're either brave, stupid, or both.
And that special ambassador act? Yeah, you're a liar and a cheat!
I heard Yehuda gasp, but I don't blame her. Most people are terrified by the sight of corpses strewn across the ground. The wounds are clearly from scimitars and daggers. The desert There's a handwritten note on the ground.
Halil, this is Sinuhe, chief of the Shimti tribe. Surely you remember me. This is my second time writing to you. I assume my last letter must have gotten lost in the mail, as I didn't receive a reply. I'm writing to you because I need some help. That sandstorm, praise the gods. The well of the Eob tribe was intact. It was my last resort. I drew what water I could and left, but not without being spotted. I fear they will retaliate. You told me to write to you if I ever needed help. You said you'd be my ally in the academia. I urgently need you to formally recognize my title of Special Ambassador and send some of your people to assist me for a few days. This is an emergency.
Looks like this letter never got sent. The writer died a grisly death, and the letter... What a ridiculous lie the surviving Shimti tell.
Officer, welcome. Welcome to our humble village.
I thought you would at least have the courtesy to provide some respectable libations.
This is the finest wine Aru village has to offer.
The Academia has agreed to reserve a single space for a candidate from your village. But I remain skeptical of this entire endeavor.
Please, have faith. If not in us, then in our God. The child we found shows great promise. I beg you.
I don't...
She showed up here a few days ago, and we took her in.
So, where...
Nowhere special. Just a sand dune.
What about the rest of...
Just the one. Correct.
So, no
Any who have slept on a bed of sand, I call my brothers and my sisters.
All right. Get over here. Sign your name on the form. Never? You're rather fair-skinned for a desert dweller.
Nefer, this term's assignments have been issued already. Please read through the materials thoroughly, conduct your own additional research, and then write an essay on the topic.
Yes, Professor, I'm aware. I just had a couple more questions I wanted to get your perspective on.
Oh? Please, ask away.
Well, I saw the other students' problem sheets, and I couldn't help but notice that my assignment is much easier than theirs.
A weak student? Goodness, no. Quite the opposite.
I think what you're saying is, a weak student wouldn't have noticed the discrepancy. And if they did, they certainly wouldn't complain about the lighter workload.
You see? Sharp as they come. You see things the way they are, and I'm sure you know why they're like that.
Because of where I come from.
I'm sorry, Nefer. Anyway, you said you had a couple of questions?
I wanted to check if someone sent me a letter.
Ah, your family wrote to you. Well, as long as they put your name on the envelope, someone should hand it right.
Not exactly. It's not even a recent letter. I was just curious where the mail would end up if...
The House of Dana, I expect. I know there's a box for unclaimed mail somewhere in there. Probably sitting on a shelf. Whatever you're looking for, that'd be the place.
Okay, got it.
Oh, don't mention it. Honestly, I feel like I failed you.
Hey, don't. You're a great teacher, and you do your best for all your students. But it's not just the academia either. The whole world bends over backwards for the successful.
Oh, my dear child.
I haven't. I just think that if you want to make it in this world... This must be it. A big cardboard box full of unclaimed mail. Let's take a look. A dilapidation survey from Port Ormos. Looks like it's from a Corps of 30 representative. This one was never even opened. I guess the recipient didn't care what the Corps of 30 had to say about anything. Who was it addressed to? This one is addressed to the Immorta Sage. The title is Changes Observed in Some... Guided by the incense, we became lost somewhere in the forest. In clinical terms, these symptoms fit the description of incense poisoning. The Immorta Darshan strictly prohibits the use of hallucinogens. For example, my neighbor who always breaks out into song and dance after using incense. This seems like something the academia would want to know. Wait, what's this written on the back? The note says, the sender authored this letter while under the influence of mushrooms. I would send it back, but no return address. This next one is addressed to... A few words of protest regarding recent change. In recent years, the academia has taken on a small... However, it appears to me that these students have not, in fact, been provided with educational as well as receiving dumbed-down assignments and education is the fundamental purpose of this institution, which should go without saying in a nation whose founding virtues are knowledge and wisdom. As Grand Sage, policy decisions are your prerogative. But I do hope you will give some serious attention to this matter. I encourage you to discuss issues like this with myself and others. Great letter. Shame. And the sender is... Huh? I didn't realize anyone else... So this is where letters from the Sage of Spontamod end up? Nice one. Whatever. I'm not exactly holding out hope that a letter sent from the desert would... I can't believe how much discarded mail there... I don't believe for 1 second that any human... Wait.
Greetings, Halil. My name is Sinuhe, chief of the Shimti tribe. I was the one who came to you and your colleague's aid when you ran into... I don't know how well you remember it now, but I brought you to safety and gave you some water and other supplies. You seemed very pleased. In my tribe, learning a person's true name is serious business. And I therefore see you all as friends. You were kind enough. The Shimti tribe lives a harsh, nomadic existence in the desert. You were sympathetic towards my plight, promising to make me a special ambassador of the Academia and help us find a way to... This brings me to my reason for writing. Our tribe has fallen on... There was a terrible sandstorm a few days ago, which blocked up the well in our land. The Eob and Unut are descended from the Thamudians. I found a well belonging to the Eob tribe. They declined to help. When we met, you assured me that you would be my ally in the Academia. I would like... That aside, the last time you were here, you mentioned that the Academia... We have next to no resources here in the desert.
From the outset, the Academia never took you seriously. Those things they promised were just empty words, and you were so emphatic that your luck had finally changed for the better. You swore you'd lead us to a better place one day. You spoke with such conviction. You liar. You lied about everything. You promised the... And who fell for it? Just me, by the look... Which makes you a pathetic liar. I think I'll take over from here. Let me show you how it's done. I just came to say goodbye. Thanks for everything you've done for me in my time.
Nefer? You packed...
I'm quitting. Something's come up in my hometown.
Huh? But this was a hard-won opportunity for you.
It was. But it doesn't matter. I have more important things to deal with, and they can't wait. Oh, and I didn't want to overfill my bags, so I left some incense on your desk. What's wrong? I thought you liked incense. Although, I did read somewhere in the House of Dana that it had...
Isn't this the stuff you brought from your hometown? You're just letting me have it?
Yeah, I lied. It's not rare at all. There's this bunch of ruins near my hometown that are practically... It's not worth much.
But Nefer...
All right, that's all for...
Don't forget me, okay? I mean, we're...
Yeah, I lied again. That incense is worth a fortune. And as for remembering her, I have far too much to do when I get back. No, I'll be lucky if I even make it through this alive. But it...
Tem que ir naquele cantor da quest das paras, né? Das pari.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Arif.
So, what does the Academia want? Since they've sent their special ambassador, I assume that...
Please, sir, lower your blade. You're lucky I'm the one they sent. Not all special ambassadors share my admiration. The ever-shifting balance of power in the desert reduced the one...
Huh. So, you do know who you...
This well is the perfect symbol of your strength, is it not? It used to belong to the Unut, but it looks...
You're not wrong. But I'm sure you didn't come all this way.
Of course not. I came to bring you some very good news. Some information that recently came to light. Records uncovered by the Vahumana Darshan show that a certain well currently I checked the map carefully on my way over here, and I'm confident that this is...
50 million? No, wait. If these ruins are as important as you say, 50 million...
Don't get greedy, Ia. We know far more than you think. We know that you seized this well by force. Wasn't that the first step in your rise to power? To drive...
So what if it was?
Don't worry. As unscrupulous as it was, it's something we're willing to overlook. The Academia is only interested in dealing with the de facto power holders in the region. I hope I am making myself clear.
And I hope your words are the truth. If I find out the Academia is trying to play me, I'll hunt down every one of your people and make you watch as I cut their heads off.
I assure you, Chief. You see how I'm dressed, don't you? I appreciate that you've never been to the rainforest, but surely even you recognize it. And what does a barbarian like you have to lose anyway? You really think the Sumeru Academia would bother to come all this way?
All right, I take your point. The Academia is the highest authority in the land. In that case, we have a deal. We will sell you the excavation rights. I'd like to thank you, Ambassador. This is good news indeed. Excellent news. In fact, it calls for a celebration. Would you do us the honor of...
Gladly. I am partial to wine myself, so let's indulge in a few drinks together.
Chief! Chief, it's an emergency! It's the Unut. They've...
What? Well, don't just stand there. Take it.
Yes, Chief.
I have every confidence in the Iab's military superior.
What is it?
The Unut's response was alarmingly fast. The day after we reach a deal, they seize the...
I
am obliged to remind you, Chief, that the Academia will only deal with the de facto power holders. If you cannot regain control over the well...
No! Please, Ambassador, just give me some time. I swear that well is ours.
Glad to hear it. I will wait here for it.
If there is a traitor, I will find them. In the meantime, make it...
Wow. All it took was a few words and I've got him wrapped around my finger. What an amazing feeling.
So, in summary, Ambassador, the Academia would rather negotiate with our tribe instead of the Iab.
The Iab are ruthless murderers who don't listen to reason. And now they have... So let me ask you, Chief. If you were the...
Kill them all.
Precisely. The Academia does not tolerate those who stand in our way. The Iab have held back our academic pursuits for too long. At the same time, there is simply no way that the Academia can be...
We have our own rules out here.
Right. We can't confront them ourselves, but we... Natural allies. Weren't the Iab your allies once? You were quick. Let me be clear. The Academia wishes to collaborate with the legally recognized...
Say no more. I believe we...
Good. Then I suggest you get to work. You see, Dad? Lying is easy when you know how. People will believe anything. Look at yourselves. You may be vile, savage monsters, but your butchered bodies bleed like any others. The monsters who destroyed my home, they're just ordinary, petty human. I think maybe I've even done the desert a favor. Oh, Sinuhe, my gullible fool of a father. Perhaps if you'd been as ruthless as I was today, but you couldn't do what had to be done.
Nefer, it's okay. All of this...
I believe I remember you promising to remain silent.
Yeah, but...
Yehoda, is there anything you can do to ease the tension?
Alright, time for a sharp... So, anyway, that's enough of that. When are we... Feels like we've been walking forever. I'm getting pretty tired.
Yes. If we can find somewhere to sit down, I could certainly do...
It's not far now. There should be a temple just up ahead. Yes.
Really? A temple? I guess that's how things go in the desert.
Desert dwellers can never escape their destiny. Or so everyone says.
You mentioned a temple.
My biggest trade secret of all.
Ah. Then I'm guessing it's where you got...
I didn't know you were
I'm no expert in the history of Sumeru, but since you come from the desert, I would imagine it has something to do with King Deshret.
Sounds impressive.
Oh, I know who you mean. General Mahamatra's son.
That's boss enough for ya.
Sino's hardly a figure of obscurity, but I know about Setho.
What about him?
Well, he's not a small deal, let's put it that way. Please, this is the bare-bone basics. Thanks for your patience, everyone. I'm sure it's been a lot to...
depth here. I don't have anything to add about any of this stuff. I want to do the whole name-dropping, this girl knows her stuff thing too.
A statue with the head of a bird.
That's Thoth, the Ibis King. One of the 7 pillars of King Deshret. The legends say that he, the Crocodile King, and the Goat King were the 3 retainers of King Let's take a look.
It's just Ashru.
So, all is well?
Typically speaking, at this point, the world disintegrates. Then we find ourselves back in the outside world. Besides, these are my memories. There's nothing to fear.
You're sure?
Of course. It's almost over.
Knowing too much is always a death sentence.
Speak for yourself.
How repulsive.
Selou ele? Não, não é possível.
Timed that pretty well, didn't I? It's okay. I'm just glad no one was...
Paimon noticed you doing something too, Dainsleif. Were you helping get them out?
Of course. When I asked Nefer to conduct this investigation, I was not I had a duty to ensure you...
Good to know your sense of justice.
I take that to mean that you saw the truth.
I certainly did. And thanks to your help, I also managed to trap...
Whoa, really? How'd you manage?
Well, to be honest, I sensed that something was wrong by using this fragment to probe into Rerir's past. Well, the monster formerly known as Rerir. It seems I alerted him. I was tracking him. Then he caught...
But how did he track you through your thoughts alone?
Rerir was a secret agent who reported directly to the Vinster King. He is an expert.
No wonder.
He infiltrated the chess set, read my thoughts, and built a new virtual chess set inside of it. That's why we weren't able to leave at first.
Speaking of your chess set, it's quite a remarkable item. Would I be right in thinking...
You overestimate me. I only have a connection with one of his underlings, the Ibis. You all saw how this came to be. A long time ago, the Iab massacred my tribe, the Shimti, in our home village. The Unut and the Iab fought a bitter battle over the rights to a well, all for the sake of a non-existent 50 million mora. The final blow to the Iab came at the victory feast, when an Unut assassin beheaded their chief right before... Having gotten my revenge, I returned to my hometown. As I stood there gazing at the temple, I noticed this chess set is my gift from the Ibis King. The chessboard within is made to the same specifications as the one in the mausoleum of King Deshret. With this chessboard in its container, I gained a certain ability to perceive every god plays favorites.
It is the same with all powerful forces, including fate itself.
If you're alluding to the Abyss, then yes, I agree. Gather the others. It's time to share everything I've learned. Thank you all for being here. As promised, I did some further investigating into the Reicher of Solnari, real name Rerir, was once a Khanrian subject who served the Vinster King.
So that's why he's so obsessed with the moon.
A tragic tale, to be sure. But, no matter how much Rerir suffered in the past, the fact remains that he is what we know today as the Wild Hunt. He becomes more dangerous with each passing day. If left unchecked, it is simply a matter of time before all of Teyvat suffers the consequences.
A question for Miss Columbina. Forgive me if this is presumptuous, but have you ever seen the spatial...
Never. But I have heard stories of something called the Moon Gate.
Miss Lama? Any...
In the lore of the Frost Moon Scions, the moon is believed to hold many secrets. The term Moon Gate is one I have heard before. But as is the case...
Then back to Miss Columbina. As a moon goddess yourself, do you have some idea...
Not at this stage, sorry. I do hold the power of the Frost Moon, and my strength is recovering well. I can sense that the gate would open up...
But there's more to the power of the Frost Moon than that?
Yes. A moon goddess has the right to open the Moon Gate, since it is a path to the moon. But as Nefer mentioned, and right now, I need to conserve my energy to fight the Reihir of Solnari.
I agree. Better to save your strength. But if you'll humor me for a moment, I have a bold conjecture of my own regarding the I highly suspect that neither Tholindis nor Rerir made it through unscathed. The evidence pointing to this is the fact that the Reihir of Solnari, with the abyssal power he wields, no ordinary foe can touch him, let alone tear him to shreds. And yet, the Wild Hunt proliferates wherever his scattered fragments lie, drawing hordes...
So your theory is that Rerir was physically torn to shreds by some powerful force? Hence, why the Wild Hunt is a distributed phenomenon.
Makes sense to me. Explains why the Wild Hunt is so pervasive, and why he's been trying to piece himself back together. He was whole to begin with, and he wants to...
Without the power of the Abyss on his side, he almost certainly would have perished the moment he was torn apart. But the Abyss, much like a curse, has kept him alive.
I could not agree more. The power of the Abyss.
It is a compelling explanation, and one that accords with my present understanding of Abyss creatures. This raises some interesting questions. That being said, regardless of whether my research bears fruit, I would like to...
My pleasure, Mr. Albedo. I too hope that the information I have shared to...
Hey! What is it, Dainsleif? You look really upset!
It's just... When I think of the man I once knew as Rerir...
The two of you used to be friends, didn't you? I don't know if these words will bring...
Mine too. We can never know all the hows and whys of the way things are. The moon and stars are...
Those are the first comforting words I've heard in a long time.
Well, I think this is a good place to end today's meeting. I'm sure...
That's very thoughtful of you.
Of course.
Sounds good to me. Take some time to rest and die... Hey, is this a bad time? I hope I didn't kill the conversation. Nice room.
Why not? It's just a hotel.
If it's all the same, I'll just stay out here. I might not look the part, but I'm technically a knight. Barging into people's private quarters... Anyway, Nefer went back to the curatorium to get some rest. But before... Firstly, although she managed to trap the Reihir of Solnari inside her chest set, there's no guarantee. It's only a matter of time before he finds a way to break out. We have to come up with a plan.
Honestly, I'm on
Well, I asked her that same question. It felt like some kind of sales pitch, you know? The kind where you end up handing over Mora.
2 days? Holy moly!
That remains to be seen. Which brings me to the second issue. Dainsleif is obviously conflicted. You have some history with him, right? Do you think maybe you could talk to him for us? Great. All right, on to item 3. So, Albedo, Duran, and I put our heads together and we figured we'd bounce the idea off you first. We'll explore it further once everyone's recovered.
Oh, I was dying to hear that.
All right, so... We felt a little uneasy about roping you into this. I mean, firstly, you're not locals, and secondly, none of us are your boss. You're well within your rights to
Roping us in? Why would you even say that?
I choose my words very intentionally, I'll have you know. I like to think there's an...
Sir Varka, I have a few thoughts about...
I'm all ears.
I think we can be more flexible with how the roles are allocated. In my...
I see your point, yeah. But if that's how we're going to approach... To be clear, I don't doubt your abilities. Far from it. I just want to make sure.
I want to do everything within my power. The Rahir of Solnari is a truly fearsome opponent.
Well, that tracks with what I've heard. Jean's mentioned in her letters that you're so... As in, most people weigh up the risks and rewards in situations like this. Of course, everyone appreciates a fearless pioneer. But all that aside... I'm the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
Thank you, Sir Varka.
I should be the one thanking you. It means a lot to have...
O Bruno não tá aí, não? Ele não chegou da academia. Daqui a pouco ele chega, então.
This is a thorough plan, but I do have one last question before we take action.
Great question. Albedo's been hard at work analyzing Rerir and the Wild Hunt's back. Firstly, from the earliest known confrontation until now. Secondly, he seems to have a particularly strong Thirdly, finally, and most importantly, he is consumed. Turns out, we tick both of those boxes. We have a reincarnated moon in our ranks, and a spy who accessed...
As someone who's had their fair share of interactions with the Wild Hunt, those all seem like valid observations.
Understood. Then...
Well, everyone, that's the plan in full detail. Albedo...
Plan approved.
Okay! Any firepower you need?
The Frostmoon Scions are behind you.
And the rest of you? No objections? All right. Then it's set.
Wait! We can...
Everyone says things they regret, right? I don't want anyone feeling trapped because their mouth said yes before the...
A very people-first approach. I hear that's common
Huh. Who...
Shh. We don't use people's real names at work. This contact will be known only as Owl, please and thank you.
This plan can only work if everyone does...
We shall indeed. You'll be glad. Also, you are the last person I expect.
It's not often I get called Dory in a work context. My peers usually...
So, the longer your name, the higher your...
In that case, Mr. Flint's here must be worth a fortune. That's right, I know your full...
The walls are thin here. I'd appreciate you keeping that a secret.
Okay, fine. I'm actually only here as a favor for someone else. Do you have any idea how much it would cost to hire...
Oh! Does this mean someone out there actually...
It most certainly does not. We have a long-standing and mutually beneficial business partnership. She's actually the mom of a friend of yours. Said mom supplied me with a great little trinket, but now that lady's ruined everything. If I don't start building a little goodwill now, my whole business in krai is gonna go down the drain!
Okay. So what exactly...
It's a lucky charm that a great mage made for me. We have a business relationship, and she was worried that something bad might happen to me. A finally got it all fully charged up with Kuvaki, and then Nefer went and used it all up at once!
You're right. It was all my fault. I didn't mean to drain all the...
You will? Well, in that case, how about...
I knew you'd say that. Well, it's yours if you want it. In fact, take it now, and I'll even throw in a...
You're putting me in a difficult...
It's a very useful thing to have around. But I have a funny feeling it won't be around much longer.
Looks like they...
Hey, don't be so pessimistic. See this through and you never know.
Jawohl. Maar ik weet zelf ook wel natuurlijk.
You're not here looking for work, are you? Heed my words and get out while you still can.
Let us have a modicum of patience for the richness and complexity of humanity. The wanton cruelty of the few is not worth our ire.
Stój de volta.
Dory! How are things going? Feeling ready?
Oh, I was born ready. We only have 2 days. You think Lord Sangamabe would... Don't forget, when something's in high demand, the people with the goods on hand get to charge the... Ta-da! See? It's right here.
Ah, it's so pretty. Did you make it?
No, I have a supplier. We go with...
Aha! No wonder you were talking about Lucky Charms at the meeting.
That's not the full story. It actually started a while back. Mage Alice once warned me that this world won't stay safe forever. There may come a day when I passed this on to the Dendro Archon, and she secretly brought together a research team made up of Sumeru's top scholars to invent a technology that could keep people safe. I won't go into the details because it's all very complicated. Anyway, point being, it was the Dendro Archon who asked Kabe to build this little contraption. As one of the top Kashar, took him long enough. He stressed over it for ages. Must have gone through at least a dozen designs before producing a final product. Marak delivered it to me a couple of days ago, along with a letter from Kabe. Could I ask why I'm sending this technology to you? What's your proposed use case? Has it been so nosy? My fault for sending him the research permit to begin with.
Surely Nahida must have told him you were involved in this project. He was probably just nervous because you're always so secretive.
Could be. Anyway, I just replied, let's hope there never has to.
Fair enough. But it sounds like he was.
Or maybe he was asking as a favor for his housemate. He's done that before. Either way, all's well that ends well. Huh? What does that look?
Paimon's just super surprised. This must be the first.
Well, a long time ago, I made a promise to myself. I promised that I was gonna live every day. There are always gonna be times in life when you have to give something back. That could mean paying. Alice has been a huge help to me over the years. She was the first investor I ever had. And more than that, no one knows what the future will bring. Whatever happens, I want to make sure the Dendro Archon and all of Sumeru is prepared to— Oh, that? I was just— Don't be thinking it was some sort of benevolent act. I'm no saint, so my priority is doing the business that I want to do. So long as my conscience lets me, but it usually does.
Alright, if you—
I do say so, and that's the whole point. I'm a businesswoman. Don't go trying to figure out what kind of person I— Oh, and could you two help me get this stuff where it needs to be? Thanks so much. You're my favorite assistants.
Traveler, Paimon.
Everything going smooth?
Sort of. As you're probably aware, Varka, Durin, and I captured some abyssal creatures from the Wild Hunt. Per the plan, we dissected and analyzed some samples of these creatures.
What? You can actually dissect?
That depends on your definition of Wild Hunt.
Harmless, lifeless. These words are accurate.
The Wild Hunt is an interesting phenomenon. In and of itself, it doesn't seem to possess anything akin to a human personality. Master griped a lot about the wise Horoptetyr, and seemed somewhat fascinated with the foul Certology. But she barely— I don't think that was because of his lower social standing, though. Anyway, it's a pity. It's a strange mix. The furious energy of an abyssal being, channeled through a fractured physical existence. Perhaps the only explanation for his survival in this state is that he Oh, sorry. Once I get talking about interesting back to our research findings. Essentially, they confirm my hypothesis. Rerir's corpse is completely— You could think of this as Rerir in mutated form. But in my view, even that would be inaccurate. In reality, his whole being has been consumed by the Abyss. Unfortunately, at present, we have no means of completely eradicating abyssal power. Hence, we can—
Oh, that's terrible news! So, that's it? We can't defeat him?
Miss Columbina's situation is a difficult one. She can never achieve wholeness when the world does not accept her presence. It's as if her creator banished her to a place she can never be accepted. It means she spends most of her energy just on her own survival.
Given the circumstances, it's only natural to despair. But we must see this plan through to the— Time to kick off the backup plan.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot! This is for you. Dory asked us to—
Ah, how wonderful. Well, thank you for making the trip.
I'm sorry I won't be there to protect you in person this time. Please—
All right then. Stay safe.
He who wishes to peer into the abyss needs simply to wander through Krai on a misty night. The march of the Wild Hunt will be sure to drag him into the darkness.
Miss Lauma, is everyone here?
Yes. The fate of
my lady.
Within the next 24 hours, we will face. This is not a burden that we deserve to bear. But I believe that we reap what we sow in this life. So I intend to act. For me, that means this gentleman is the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, Varka, Knight of Boreas.
Hey, everyone. Guess I should introduce myself. Biggest strengths are honesty and hard-workingness. Anyway, point is...
Something on your mind?
Miss Columbina, was it?
That's right. Names are fun.
Yes. I take it your own name...
I have a different relationship with names than other people. To be honest, I'm not even sure that Columbina is my name, but it's what everyone calls me, and I go along with it. A lot of my life has been that way. I never used to think much about where names come from, or what they mean to people. Maybe some...
You're different from other people.
You're more perceptive than most. I'm sure your long life... Do you ever find yourself missing Conria, Mr. Dainsleif?
Difficult to answer. I have dreamed of the past many, many times. Sometimes I'm fighting tooth and nail. I don't recall any happy moments from that time.
Is that because hatred survived?
That would not be for me to say. I make no excuses for the grudges I... Thank you for your help with the Rerir situation. Without your efforts...
You're welcome. I know he's your friend.
Friend? He betrayed me. And I never really...
Okay. So...
You
see? You're torn. Now you know what real...
I need some time.
Of course. I completely understand. Actually, I went through something similar myself recently. Something happened.
You mean the Harbingers who still support you, even though you've...
Yes. I always thought they were only helping me because Harbingers are forced to work together. And even now, they still support me.
Clearly, they view you as a...
I feel a little guilty now. I regret not seeing her help for what it was, and not treasuring it. I see the guilt that you're feeling now, because I feel it too. Hopefully. Have you noticed that the Traveler and Paimon are over there?
Huh.
Sure. Hello.
Ah! They caught us!
I apologize for making you worry. No doubt you wish to know where I stand on the plan to take down the Rerir of Solnari. I'm afraid I need a little time, but I will see...
You will? Oh, thank you
They needn't be.
That doesn't matter to them. They're grateful to you regardless. You can't control their gratitude, so just accept...
Ah, you're earlier than I expected.
Hey, Flint!
Not too long. I came a little early so I'd have some time to...
Are you nervous about...
Quite the opposite. When I was awakened by the Radniki, I had not touched a weapon in many years. I felt like the battlefield was not... But after waging war against the Wild Hunt for so long, I came to realize something. My restless flame indicates that somewhere inside of me, there is a...
Oh, that doesn't sound like such a bad thing.
Well, in the past, when I was a Fae whose primary concern was hibernation, it was hardly ideal. But it certainly serves me well here in the present. And I am delighted to be able to join forces with you in this endeavor.
Looks like I'm not the first to arrive.
Ah, Miss Lauma.
Did you sleep okay last night?
I struggled to settle down at first, because of the nerves. But don't... please.
Never! Over here!
Aino asked me to relay a message. She said Anefa will be on high alert and keep a close watch over all secondary districts where defenses require. Meanwhile, Aino herself will provide range support to us directly.
Excellent. My thanks to all involved.
The chest set's looking a...
It won't hold him much longer. We should be prepared to engage in a...
No sense sitting around waiting. Let's make the first move while we still have the...
I agree. Paimon, find a safe hiding place.
Got it! Be careful, Traveler!
I will.
Everyone, take your positions as soon as the battle starts. Every ounce of strength we have in our bones. Let us...
Ready?
Let's go.
I've seen all your futile ploys before. You have become the authors of your own demise.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
You are merely a moment of sport before I tear down the moon.
É o carregamento. Meu Deus, eu realmente vou usar o time do jogo. Ai? Que o trevo...
Let me help you guys.
The moonlight betrays you.
Steady now. Be silent. To dust.
Calma.
Water jet!
Esse é seu wide, velho. Podia ser outro.
Hunt them down.
It all adds up. Time to go clean.
The moonlight betrays you.
Can't hide the truth.
Hunt them down.
Close in.
Pathetic.
To dust.
Seek within. It all adds up.
The moonlight betrays you. It's all futile. Hunt them down.
Leave this place. With one heart, be prepared.
Pathetic.
Are you quite finished?
Meu Deus, ainda bem que tem uma cura aqui, senão eu
Steady
vou
now.
Meu Deus.
Be silent. Do you fear the dark?
Move. The moonlight betrays you.
Vai. Toma. Toma, 2 mil de dano.
Pathetic.
Ai.
Can't hide the truth. The deception ends here.
Tomou, né, filho?
Begin. with the moon, and so shall it end.
The moon will protect you.
Distribuindo das cartas de lá para encontrar as coisas. Ah, tá. Ai, é ele? Aê, achei. Toma.
When will it be as you foretold?
Achei, otário. Cadê o botão pra derrubar ele? Cadê ele?
Silence not welcome here.
Seek within.
Eita. Ai. Ai.
Wipe out! Water jet!
The long sleep bends. Observe. Be silent.
Pathetic.
Close. Night falls.
Can't hide the truth.
You poor last one.
It's all futile.
Calma aí. Calma aí. Toma. Não dá pra tancar. Ai.
By the frost moon of old.
The moonlight.
Protect us.
Great.
The mystery unravels. No more lies.
Toma, Rei. Toma, Rei. Toma, Rei. Ai.
Pathetic.
You poor lost lamb.
Acabou a estamina. Toma.
The moonlight betrays you. It's all futile to dust.
Can't
Pra ela que ela tá sendo.
Your little game of heroics is over. Who wants to go first?
Tá correndo, Regina? Tá correndo?
Get out of my sight!
No!
Aí fudeu, né? Calma aí.
You okay?
Ah.
Never! Where are the others? Stuck outside the barrier. I guess he really doesn't like us.
I told you before, knowing too much is always a death sentence.
Be careful what you wish for.
Não tá explodindo, né, Regina? Toma.
Lala! Can you hear me?
Silence.
Voices are gone, but at least I know they're still there. We need to focus. Stick to the plan. Remember my most important task.
Toma.
Just stall him. If I can stall him for long enough,
Então não tem
the
boa pra fazer
moment
bagulho.
will come.
Tá, Regina? Não vem não. Isso, fazer.
I've got this.
Eu fiz vida aqui, vem.
The shield's broken. I can't keep this up. Don't push your luck.
Meu Deus, não tem ult, não tem nada.
Let's see the tomatoes.
Toma, Regina. Caralho, o gente não aplica AIDS.
The deception ends here.
A gente não aplica AIDS, eu não aceito os bagulhos. Aê.
Can't hide the truth.
Ai.
The mystery unravels.
morrer. Enche a saúde, pelo amor de Deus. Vai recarregar. Puxa, tá de brincadeira com a minha cara também. O bagulho da lua.
The only way to bearer is to borrow his own. That means Columbina will have to disappear while you two bear the brunt of his attack. You have to hold on. Find...
Never! Your eyes are bleeding.
Soon you will be... And then...
But that dust will plague your memory. Come on.
Any other tricks up your sleeve? As entertaining as they are.
You don't fool me. I see your fear. I have to stoke his rage. Make him unleash every... You fear what you could never defeat. You cannot win the fight against fate, Rip.
Is that what you think? Well, now it's your turn to feel afraid.
You fear the sound of your own name?
Is it us you hate? Or is it what you've become?
Let's see what becomes of you!
Oh, baby. That's all, baby.
What's happening? That power. I've seen it before.
No, I wouldn't.
His power is on another level. We'll need to use an alchemical array to convert his power into a usable form. Then quickly channel it into Columbina, rendering her powerful enough to compete with him.
I'll join you. I can help. If I release enough abyssal energy into a confined space, it'll create a potential difference, allowing us to extract a huge amount of elemental energy. Next, I'll synchronize with everyone's minds using pyro, then give you temporary access to their abilities and fields of view. But it won't last long. Can you see?
Well enough.
So, we have a student of Gold Rheindotter in our midst.
How about that?
My own power against me?
Just like how you stole Kuvaki. Look familiar?
Don't you realize? You don't have the power to hold that gate open.
I don't, but someone else does.
Goodbye, Rerir.
We won.
Será que ele volta? Eu acho que ele volta ainda alguma hora, né? É o mesmo que a Tolin desentrou.
Nefer, how are your eyes?
They're fine.
It's not too late.
Let me handle it. Miss Nefer, it's not like you to lose your composure. That was the most
reckless how? The situation was critical. Our lives were at
even so. Okay. I guess in business terms, I suppose that's a huge return.
I'd be hard-pressed to...
Still, I don't like this outcome. And I don't... People suffer when they make sacrifices they should... I had hoped you could win without sacrificing so much as...
Thank you.
All done. Don't try and open your eyes just yet. We'll see how you're doing in a couple of days. Until then, I'll send full details through Yehoda. For now, my dear friends, we have fought bravely and achieved a
The moon will remember this day. There's something I want to let you know.
What is it?
When Durin connected everyone's minds so I could access their powers, I also felt and since Nefer's eyes were injured, my eyes are hurting now.
Hold on.
I only feel the pain. There's no actual damage.
You're right. But I must say, I'm surprised to hear the Kuta.
Things are a little different now from how they were.
Friends.
How are you feeling? Any aches and pains? Did you...
I'm doing all right, Paimon.
Phew! Well, that's good. Paimon...
Glad to hear you didn't starve. How was the food?
Well, it wasn't the same without you there. Honestly, Paimon just can't relax when you're not your usual self.
Well, I'm...
Oh yeah, and Albedo swung by earlier. He said to tell you to head to the tavern when you woke up. Vark, he also dropped off some medical supplies. If you're feeling up to it, let's head over and... We're here!
Oh, Traveler and Paimon! Perfect timing! We were literally...
How are you feeling today?
Much better, thanks.
Relieved to hear it. If that changes, just let me know.
Yep, we're here for you.
Oh wait, where's Nefer?
How are her eyes doing?
Nefer's right over there. I'm sure she'd love to catch up with you.
Traveler, Paimon, are you recovering well? Turns out that moon chanter has some real talent after all. My eyes were mostly recovered after just a couple days.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful. Lauma says no.
Yes, thank you. I'm well aware.
Yehoda, could I borrow you?
Oh, sure. Did you hear that? I gotta go help Lauma for a sec.
You bet. Sure thing.
The Raker of Solnari. No, definitely a snake. A poisonous one. Anyone who seeks revenge out of hatred for other people has become a snake. That's something my dad used to say. Perhaps. I'm sure it sounds like a very wise and open-hearted perspective to your ears. What else is left when everything you depended on in life gets stripped away? Something's gotta feel... If you're worried about me, you can nip that in the bud. It's just... I suddenly feel like I was wrong to call my father a liar. He... Oh, father. How... Look at the Ibis King. Thoth is a fiendishly cunning liar. And yet, strangely, he feels more like a father to me than my He's never brought it up, but I'd bet he feels the same way. Why else would he give me the power to perceive the truth, while at the same time training me in the art of deception? Well, King Deshret banished him to Aru, which is essentially a prison, and posed 3 questions to him. His response was to take on a physical form and approach me, hoping that I could become his envoy and search for one of the Did he really think I'd fall for that? He's stuck there. He can't make me return what he gave to me. So that's enough for you to decide he's a prisoner, and he was scared. So he lives in fear because he's a deceiver. It's preposterous. Yet I can't say I don't understand it. They say that a liar's soul is the most worthless thing in the world. What do you think? Oh, really? Well, it takes a very kind... If you ask me, the soul of a liar really is worth nothing. Because all they care about is themselves. For example, when something good falls into my lap, I don't go So be it. They have sharp ears. I can't keep anything from them. Wow, is that what it looks like? Well, you all know my past now. And I can't simply eliminate everyone who knows. When you find yourself in a situation you can't control, if you understand what's at stake, please ensure my secret is safe with you. Very good.
Oh, wait! Now that the panic's over and we've all calmed down, after all that build-up, our mystery ally never showed...
Alice.
Huh? Am I
So, that close colleague who stayed behind with you? What's he been up?
Don't know, don't care. I get more normal human interaction from hanging out with Bosco too than him. Although, now you mention it,
He hasn't.
If he's disappeared without a trace, it's the biggest gift he ever gave to the world. But I somehow... He won't lie low forever.
É o doutor.
Ah, Lord Sangama Bay. I must thank you for the device you provided. It was an enormous...
Why come and ask me when you clearly know?
I mostly...
That's more like it. A little gratitude goes a long way with Lord Sangama Bay. Play your cards right and...
The chance to work with such a kind and charitable
Huh? Charitable?
Let's see. The first plot of land you...
Stop! What do you think you're...
It's nothing to hide from. They're all perfectly legit.
How?
You're a curious case, Lord Sangama Bay. You don't like people, but I'm afraid no matter how hard you try to keep... You did it for Sumeru.
It was empty land that was gonna go to waste otherwise. Disasters are capricious things. They strike without any warning. My elder sister used to dream of finding a sanctuary. It was something I looked into. But after the tech people handled the tech, and Moneybags provided the Mora.
It's a pity that so few people know the truth about you. Everyone says that you view
So? What's the problem with that? Everyone wants to be rich. It's human nature. So...
But surely you have dreams of your own, beyond...
You don't get it, do you? Just thinking about...
Thank you.
For the device?
And the pendant.
Oh, that. I was just returning...
Seems like we've both been away...
Yeah. So long that...
That would be your mother...
Yeah. Though it's been years since my It's not like I want to forget them, obviously, but... Memory can be even more rude. My sister can't help me now. Slowly but surely, her face is fading from my mind.
Not everything will fade.
Yeah, that's true. If you ask me.
Well, that... Plus, I'm sure that...
Oh, absolutely. I have tons of Mora. A big, beautiful house. Business. You've got a lot going for you, too. Boss of the Curatorium of Secrets? I'm sure there's plenty of Mora to be made in that line of work.
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
Celular, hein?
How have you been holding up? Any adverse reactions?
You don't need to worry about me, Grandmaster. I'm fine. I mean, I barely...
What? You're too humble, young man.
You played an indispensable role in the battle for Krai. Sometimes, when people praise you, it's because...
Let's do a quick demonstration. Albedo, that was an incredible feat of alchemy. The pressure was on, but you worked flawlessly at lightning speed to get the job done.
Thank you. I can't take all the credit, though. Durin played a big...
See? Did you catch that? A masterclass in how to take a compliment.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Hey, you guys!
Hey, look who's bounced back. Looking good, traveler.
Seems like you've recovered. You won't need to take any more...
Can I get you a drink?
Huh? You know how to order at a bar now?
Handling a drinks order is ridiculously simple compared to alchemy.
Paimon believes it. Here, clearly. To be totally honest, though, Paimon didn't quite follow all the details when you...
Don't worry. That's completely understandable. Unless you're a student of alchemy, it's hard to grasp the principle and...
To put it in the simplest terms, we saw how our enemy stole the power of Kuvaki. And that gave us the idea of stealing his power. When facing an enemy you have no hope of defeating, it's best not to engage them in battle. So, instead of looking for a way to overpower him, we decided to help Columbina get strong enough. For this to work, we had to analyze his modes of attack, confirm who his main target was. For added security, we prepared a total of 4 arrays. The alchemical array absorbed his abyssal power. Then Durin processed it. That power enabled her to do what would otherwise have been...
What surprised me was that Dainsleif actually agreed. Given his history with Rerir, he had every right to sit this one out. But we're extremely grateful for the
It must have been a painful choice.
Absolutely. He was torn between 2 paths. Anyway, however you cut it, everyone...
Yes. I've thought a lot about it. And I've realized that you, me, and our... I think this is very important.
So, well, this is a new one. I'm so moved. I can't even hold my teacup. If that's all, you can leave now.
Do you not want to be friends with me? Or is it that you prefer being co-workers?
What is this, Columbina? Are you deliberately testing my patience threshold? Right now, my politeness module is active. But if you say another word, I swear I'll shut it down.
If your politeness module was active, wouldn't you say the word please at some point?
Polonia, please see Lady Columbina.
Will you still invite me to your next tea party?
What?
Yes, I think you will. Bye-bye, dear Sandrone.
Last time, the Wild Hunt escorted you out. Would you rather I handled it my...
We just wanted to, see how you were...
Why? Out of concern for my safety? I hope you didn't seriously...
Mostly because you kind of helped us out, so we just wanted to check you were okay. Looks like all your robots are fixed, huh?
Oh, don't you worry about that. Tea time is already a write-off. The visitor before you managed to kill my appetite. If you're in the mood for tea, go ahead and help yourself. My coasters are still missing in action, though.
Whoa! Pretty hefty.
You can ignore those. I doodle and write in my free time. Sometimes I remember the distant dreamlight, and other times, I grit my teeth and note down all the crazy nonsense going on. Trying to predict the future is like daydreaming. And writing about the present just makes me furious. The past, huh? Although, having said that, the only vaguely interesting memory in my past is probably that guy they call Lord Artificer.
Who else? Pretty much all the mecha. Wait, are you saying you know him? I mean, I guess we were friendly enough. Yep. In fact, I'm probably the only normal person. We used to chat occasionally back when he was still around. Before he passed away, I honored his request. But, I mean, I couldn't let the genius of Lord Artificer Alain Guillotin disappear like that. So, that's where the formulas in your note? I just told you. Those are my equivalent of crossword puzzles. They're just... Alain's work was like epic poetry. The formulas... Not that there's anything bad about them. I mean, at least... Anyway, while we're on the topic, I might as well tell you about what... Alain Guillotin had two close buddies, Renee and Jacob. They spent their childhood years together.
E confirmaram a teoria de 2 anos atrás. Isso aqui é da quest de mundo que teve em Fontaine.
They were all quite competitive, so there was some rivalry between them. But it was a friendly rivalry. But beneath the friendship and the rivalry ran something deeper. Unfortunately, childhood would end. The prophecy would come true, a mad dream that would normally only capture the minds of lunatics. And if Renee and Alain had been people of lesser wits. But alas, they were some of the sharpest minds around. They nurtured that dream with the full power of their intellect. The first of them to fall under its spell was Renee. Against Alain's wishes, he persisted in experimenting. It's complicated. Alain wanted to believe that Renee only did what he did for the sake of... Perhaps the seed that would grow into a nightmare had already sprouted in Renee's mind. Even the next time they met, Renee's soul had been completely engulfed by the dream of salvation. His futile attempt to change... And although that wave died down eventually, I hear that it just recently came back with a vengeance. As I understand, Renee wanted to live out his dream of salvation once more. But I'm told that the attempted resurgence finally died out for good. At long last, Renee awoke from him. What do you think of Renee? Do you admire his transcendent genius? His view that any price was worth... Or do you despise him? Dismiss him as an evil madman who wrought havoc on the lives of... Same difference, really. Just a matter of perspective. Really? I can't tell whether that's because you disapprove of his deeds or Renee no longer exists in this world. And the dream he started went on to be I don't like fanatics who give up their whole lives for their ideology. Nor do I like fools who let their... Maybe I could understand if Renee had just been an ordinary Anyway, that's enough about Renee. Now, moving on to Alain Guillotin. The Lord, he managed to put a stop to the first storm whipped up by Renee. But after that, Alain, to his credit I suppose, the loss of his family and friends was purely a tragic accident. After that, the only thing supporting his work was the same dream that had dragged him. But although the desire to save... of transcendental. I think that formulas and machines derived solely from human, yet Alain's intellect was simply too great. It barely left. Once he realized that the end of his life was approaching, he finally accepted the truth. The Nazissenkreuz Institute needed someone, and a human being. He quit working on his formulas. trading them in for the fairy tales that had... He told me that the director of the Nazissenkreuz Institute used to read those fairy tales to the children as bedtime story. I think that all he wanted at that time in his life. At the very end, he laid down to rest in the ruins of the former. Many years after that, tensions over competing dreams would once again... And that is the story of two people from the Nazissenkreuz Institute. One went all in on his fantasy of salvation without ever looking back, and ended up... The other sought desperately to burn bright in his life. I do sometimes wonder, even the grandest tree starts as a tiny seed. So they were young children with friends and family who mattered, or maybe they just wanted to find something to anchor themselves with, but instead, the search for their own salvation took them down the rocky road laid out. Do you think the desire to save oneself is enough of a justification to try and save the world? The way you said that sounded just like Alain. I asked him the same question back when he was in his... He gave the exact... No elaboration. Just a quick short answer before getting... All right, tea time's over. I owe Arlecchino a favor for telling me these stories. I'll have to bring a whole set... I'm gonna go tinker with Polonia now. You guys can do whatever you want, as long as it doesn't involve interrupting me. Polonia, exit hibernation mode.
Oi, acabou. Eu curti, velho. Eu achei legal que eles colocaram esse bagulho aqui, ó. Cadê? Eu tenho a foto da missão de mundo de Fontaine. A galera teorizava que era a Sandrônia. Agora confirmou, né? Cadê a foto? Cadê a foto? Era aqui, não era? Cadê? Ué, onde é que tá a foto? Não vou achar a foto nunca. Que genato, ó. Aqui, ó. Deixa eu fazer a crônica da Colombina antes. Cadê hoje? Não é hoje? Calma. É só que ele tá liberado agora. É que pra mim liberou outro dia porque eu comecei em outro dia. Acho que é só sábado. Tá lá, amanhã eu faço aviso. Top, top.